Hello everyone, my name is Idan and I'm the founder of analyticsmodel.com. I have an MSc in Financial Mathematics and for the past 12 years I have managed data science and analytics departments at startup companies. Also, I was the founder of Your Voice music application that reached more than 6 million users. This situation I'm about to present to you is based on a real case. I want you to imagine you are the CEO of an online company that makes $6 million a month. Today is Tuesday, the 2nd of June, and you check your revenue chart. You see that yesterday, on Monday, your company earned $205,300, and you notice that something is different. So, you will go back exactly 1 week and you will discover that the previous Monday your company made $217,600. So why did your company earn 6% less than the previous Monday? To confirm the sudden drop, you go back another 7 days and you see that your company made $216,400. So right now you are confident that there is a drop of 6% week over week, which means at the current rate your company's revenue will be cut in half within 3 months. So right now it looks serious and you are calling to your analyst and asking them to do a drill down to see what happened. So after 2 or 3 days, they return with the results. Analyst A comes and says, "Don't be afraid, no anomaly is detected. I have a drill down by country and this drop was caused by Memorial Day in US and holidays in other countries." Analyst B comes and says, "This month our acquisition cost was lower than usual. The drop was caused because of the churn rate. This month, the churn rate of existing users is greater than the new users we have bought. You have nothing to worry about. We should spend more money." Analyst C comes and says, "2 days ago, we released a new version of Android. Look at my chart. Something in this version is problematic. We need to reverse. There is no doubt that prompt action and taking the right conclusions from the data are really critical for this organization. Revenue is only one vertical from many that your organization needs to follow on daily and even hourly basis. The reality is much more complex than that. Medium-sized companies have hundreds of KPIs that they follow daily and dozens of verticals they have to run to identify such anomalies. I just want to show you how big the problem is. Medium-sized companies use more than 200 verticals like click types, time on site, view, scroll up, scroll down, and each vertical can have an anomaly that if found in real time, it has a high value. One of the main KPIs to follow is active users. That can be analyzed by many verticals, by country or by segment or platform, and in fact, there are dozens of drill downs that can be made. For each one, an analyst needs to analyze the changes and find the factors. Users' churn rate is a great example. It will take days and even weeks for analysts to find drops or spikes in each segment. Now, look at the chart. This is just one churn rate vertical of many kinds. Do you think it's a human's job to identify this anomaly? Of course, this is not a human's job, and someone has already thought about this problem, and this problem has several solutions in the market. Most companies, until today, are still using thresholds. Thresholds are boundaries, and when the data crosses the thresholds, the model detects an anomaly. Unfortunately, thresholds do not take into account the drift of the data, and every time the data change, the companies have to change the thresholds accordingly. And that makes the solution problematic. The companies that implement thresholds are required to analyze each metric, calculate the appropriate threshold, and change the threshold often, which makes the method inefficient and wasteful. A more sophisticated solution that the leading companies in the field offer is ARIMA model for time series, but this model has some issues. The model cannot explain the cause of those changes. The model only works on time series data. 3. The model can consider only one vertical. As a result, the company should create many models that don't know how to take into account the correlations between the different verticals, which makes this solution not good enough. After we researched all the existing solutions, we are developing the next generation of anomaly detection. Using DNA, deep neural network, this cutting-edge technology allows us to train one model that fits many verticals. This model knows how to consider correlation and take into account the time series when needed. Moreover, using this kind of technology allows us to discover the contribution level of each feature. That means we can automatically know what the cause of the anomaly is. After we creating a model, we connected data to test it and create a dashboard. We have collected data from one of the leading online companies in its field, a dataset that includes 14 years of users' behavior, 8 million users that produced about 26 billion records. The data was connected to external data such as benchmarks, weather, global events, mobility, demographics, holidays, and more. Here you can see an example of an alert from the analyticsmodel.com dashboard. This alert notified that the DNN model found a 36% drop in the company's revenue and explained it as follows. 70% of the decrease is explained by an RPM, revenue per mil, drop in the US, 20% from the UK, and 10% from FR, France. This is how the system works in production. The system works in real time and within milliseconds returns a response from the DNN object. The DNN object is created from historical data using a cron job that runs every fixed period. In this scheme, below you can see that the data coming from the client, application, or a website is inserted into the company's database. The model is creating from the information that existing in the database. And once the model exists, the client can work directly with the model itself and get a real-time response. In today's era, companies are collecting more and more data, and the amount of data in organization is growing exponentially. In order to make the model an asset, it is necessary to fine-tune it to the requirements of the specific sector. In data-rich industries that works in a high frequency or in real time, the monetary value resulting from the model is enormous. In applications companies, fintech companies, gaming companies, monetization companies, e-commerce companies, and more, there is a process that the new users go through. From the moment they saw the advertisement on Facebook, through the click on landing page, until the end of the registration process. In this process, there are drops of users. If the company knows about the drops and responds quickly, this action will reduce the final failures. This is exactly what our model does. Identify the problem, notify, and show the cause. As a result, the average price for purchasing a new users goes down. From our experience, it is possible to reduce the CPA, cost per acquisition, by 10 to 15%. And for medium-sized companies that spend $500,000 a month on buying new users, it is very significant. The same thing about users' LTV, lifetime value. Quick response to drop in LTV of a specific segment is very critical in edtech, e-commerce, and applications companies. From our experience, by detecting retention drop or LTV anomalies, it is possible to increase the company's revenue by 3%. Here are the practical applications for several sectors. Cybersecurity. For cybersecurity companies, anomaly detection is not limited to detecting no threats or working along with a generalized whitelist. The contribution is the ability to detect and analyze malicious activity in real time across applications, networks, and infrastructures to improve the company's security. Fintech companies are losing billions of dollars in cyber attacks, human error in money transfers, money laundering regulations, glitches, bugs, changes in users' behaviors, etc. A model that knows how to alert in real time to the right employee can lead to savings. So fintech companies, by adapting anomaly detection model, can find a real-time fraud attack, identifying changes in financial transactions, like identify incorrect transfers, finding money laundering activity, and also monitor integrations with external companies to prevent payment failures and find unfair use of the company resources. Automobility is one of the world's largest industries by revenue. The automotive industry is racing toward a new world, driving sustainability and changing customer behavior, electric vehicle, connected cars, mobility fleet sharing, onboarding sensor, new business model, and always-on connectedness. All of those changes will cause companies to get insights from the data in order to make quick decisions. Those decisions will help them to improve the safety of the vehicles and the vehicle's components, find defects in the systems, and analyze autonomous driving and driver behaviors. EdTech. EdTech companies work in real time and process huge amount of data in short time. Identify anomalies will lead to efficiency in buying and selling advertisements, detecting fraud, monitor and analyzing their marketing funnel, and monitor traffic to understand market trends. E-commerce. For retail companies, anomaly detection techniques assist with monitoring any sudden changes in the number of completed transactions, including unexpected changes in demand. Changes in demand occur for a number of reasons, including holiday shopping and sudden changes in weather conditions. The coronavirus, for instance, had led to a spike in demand for hand soap. By identifying increasing in sales quickly, businesses can analyze their inventory level and make important business decisions. Anomaly detection technology helping retailers driving conversion rate by detecting broken paths while reperforming, monitoring business opportunities after product launch or version release, identifying value leaks on mobile apps, detecting and preventing e-commerce fraud, reducing customer returns and phone agent call time, rescuing customer after third-party payment fails. Gaming and applications. Anomaly detection models are critical for gaming companies. It helps to monitor app crashes, glitches, and bugs in production. It also assists the analyst and the product manager to optimize player experience, game economy, players' revenues, and players' churn rate. Using the model, you can reduce the CPA and increase the LTV of your players, which can change the company from not-profit company to a profitable one. It is not surprising that giant gaming companies keep an eye on the anomaly detection algorithms. Thank you for your time.